Hello my Miss Molly Makes family, welcome back. Today we are doing a Sunday slowdown, new time. We're just seeing how this works out. Oh my goodness, it was a struggle time getting out of bed this morning. It is so cold outside. But before we go into today, let's talk about what we did last night. Let's see. Alright, so last night we did a delish homemade burger. So you can see it on screen. We made our fresh patty out of beef mince. We added some goodies in their patty. So we made some beef with mustard, red tomatoes, red onion, lots of spices in the patty. Then we also topped it with the lot, as they call it in Australia. So some egg, tomato, red onion jam, which was the bomb, some lettuce, all that good stuff, some homemade mayo. Secondly, we made some homemade wedges. So we rolled our wedges, we cut the potato up, rolled it in paprika, some garlic, salt and pepper, chucked it in the oven, and then when it came out, then we tossed it in some parmesan and some fresh parsley, and they were the star for me. They were really, really good. And then last but not least, we made some 5 ingredient protein bowls. So some peanut butter in there, protein powder, oats, dark chocolate, and also a little bit of honey. So real easy. Thank you, Moon, for the host. What nice to see you back. And guys, we have a very nice day for you today, a nice stream. I'm gonna start off with some fresh coffee because as I was saying, it is cold outside. Even though the sun's out, it's a little bit chilly. So I wanna make some fresh coffee. We're gonna ground some on stream. Hello, Super. You changed your color. I didn't recognize you being blue in chat. Okay, so I have some coffee beans here. This is from a New South Wales, Sydney roastery called Campos, and it is one of the best coffees that I've ever had. We're going to use my grinding equipment on my food processor. So this is a little cup, and then you put the lock on the blade, flip it upside down, and you can grind anything. I make sauces in here, grind coffee beans or spices. It is so good. So let's get started. The kettle has boiled, but I'll make sure it's still hot. Super, we missed you, and so Moon as well. We missed you last night. Alright, I'm just trying something new with my hair up, but it gets in the way. So I think that we will tie it up again. Just a bit better. Oh, Moon! I'll dance along. The music's not working. Thank you for the... Come back. I don't know, OBS just had a little whoopsie accident, but we are back, hopefully. And I cut this the wrong way, and so it's supposed to be a Ziploc, but Miss Molly screwed up. Whatever, I put in a different container anyway, so why do I care? Alright, into our container, we are going to add some beans. I'll fill it. So this is 250 grams. So we're going to use about, I'm going to say 200 grams coffee. And then all you do, it's real simple, is lock that way. A few months ago when I first bought this machine, I was making some peanut satay sauce in here, and I didn't lock it in properly, and it still has a bits of peanut in the machine because it like unlocked, and we had peanut sauce running down into the crevices, and I nearly cried. It was my brand new machine, and it was all beautiful and sparkly new. Why, Vanessa, welcome to Miss Molly Makes. We're making some coffee just to get the day started. Where are you from? Where are you watching us from? Alright, let's lock this in. We can. Where's my muscles at? Philippines. Well, welcome. Just trying to figure out my machine. What's going on with it? Maybe it's not locked in right. It is. Maybe that is it. It's not killing. Miss Molly struggles with equipment. That's what today's going to be called. What are you making now? We're making some coffee. So we have a grinding piece of equipment here. If I can get it to work, we're going to grind our own coffee. Read the fine manual. Yeah, read the fine. Oh my gosh, why is it? It usually just slots in. Weird. So you usually push it down and twist. Push it down and twist. And twist. And twist. Can you use a food processor when you're grinding coffee? Yeah, this is an attachment specific for grinding beans as well as spices. You can make sauces in there as well. This is when it works correctly, you know. It just won't click in. I don't know what's going on. That's on. We might have to do this in the NutriBullet. If you really get into coffee, a good $20 hand grinder could also, yeah. But this is why I have this attachment to grind coffee, but it just won't click in. So we'll just go get the NutriBullet. Same type of thing. Maybe it's a left-hand screw. Oh, guys, promise. All this equipment, bring out the sledgehammer. Oh, I want to. Bit frustrated when things don't work, but can't let it get you down. I bought a fancy burger grinder. I am a big fan of French press coffee, but Steve doesn't like it. He likes... Do chefs get insulted if people put ketchup on their food? I don't like people putting tomato sauce or ketchup. Exceed did it the other day. Guys, remember when we made pies? We made those Link Hyrule themed, like Zelda pies. And Exceed asked me the next day, could he put ketchup on it? And I was like, are you serious? But it was okay. I let it. I'm so glad I don't. Alright, I'm gonna mute you for 2 seconds while I grind this. Nope. And we're back, kids. We're back, everybody. Why, Bannister, thank you so much for the follow. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Miss Molly Makes. I know it's, what's the time over there? About 8 o'clock in the Philippines? 7 or 8 a.m.? Can you guys see that? If you order stuff like well done steak in a restaurant, you normally get the worst pieces of stuff. Yes, tell Exceed that because he likes his meat well done. My brother was a chef, and is a chef, and so is my cousin. And they tell me some stories, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And in higher end restaurants, it's a little bit different when they make a precise meal and they don't have salt or pepper or anything on the table because the food has been crafted. It's not just been prepared, it's been, multiple days in the process. So if you're spending good money, I wouldn't, put salt or pepper on it. You have it the way the chef prepared it. But if you're going just to a cheaper restaurant or having, fast food, then that's okay. Want me to throw some bits if you exceed? I know. Don't get me started, Super. He likes his meat like a boot. Dried leather. Okay, I don't know how much I'm putting in here, but we'll just be really zooped up on caffeine. So we have some coffee. I'm gonna get the hot water. Bobo, hello. Australia or United Kingdom? I'm from Australia. I'm from Melbourne. Where are you from, Bobo? Bobo leggings. I love that. All right, just some hot water in there. I'm gonna make some coffee to start the day. It's a chilly, wintry, funny morning here in Melbourne. So we have our cute little cup. Look at my fancy cup. You can't really see it on stream, but it's gold. It's got little bits of gold in it and it's shimmery. And it's pretty. I always have ketchup on my meat, no matter what the dish is. Heck, I even have ketchup in Chinese food. Oh my God, Moon. 8 p.m. 8 a.m. there. No, it's 10 a.m. here, Bobo. You're from the great US of A. Very cool. Well, welcome to our stream. This is a different time than we are used to. We just wanted to see if we get a different audience from the US and the UK, if it was a different time. We usually stream at my night time, so 7:30, which is about 5 a.m. your time. So, seeing if what can work for you guys. Marine, howdy Miss Molly, ma'am. If you call me ma'am, I'm gonna have to like curtsy. Welcome everybody. So we're just starting off some coffee. I have my little cup, my big mug really. I've got some milk and the coffee. So we're doing a Sunday slowdown. We're getting ready for the week, all prepped and prepared. So today we are going to make some sesame and rosemary crackers. I really like the crackers because I take them to work with some smoked salmon and some avocado, and it's my work treat. If you were watching last night, I also made some peanut butter bites, some peanut butter balls, and they're going to be taken to work as well. We are going to make some chocolate brownies because tomorrow at work we're celebrating one of the surgeons who finished her final exams. Bobo Leggings, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Miss Molly Megs. Yes, so we're celebrating at work, so I thought I'd bring in some brownies. So we're going to make some fudgy brownies and we're going to load them up with some chopped chips and some raspberries, which will be delish. And then last but not least, we're going to make some brekkie. We've got some breakfast quesadillas today. Last time we made breakfast burritos, so we're going to make some breakfast quesadillas and have a nice, slow, relaxing Sunday. Let's make this coffee. That name almost calls for the Isengard. Go Exceed, we better do it. Let's go to Isengard. I think you do this slowly, isn't that right? Marine, how are you this morning or this evening? I know it's still Saturday. Gary, why are you crying? What's up, my friend? All right, we're making some coffee. I'm well, ma'am. Thank you for asking. How are you? I'm really good. It's a little bit chilly outside. It's a winter's day in Melbourne. The sun is out though, but it's still about maybe 10 to 12 degrees. To see your food. Did you let it brew? I let it brew for a few minutes. I'm a little bit impatient. 4 minutes went by already. Yeah, at least a few minutes. Super, I'm thirsty. I need some caffeine in there. It's 10 a.m. I haven't had coffee yet. just past 2 a.m. here, so no sun yet. Moon, how do you think this time works for you? Is it a good time? We're thinking of playing up with our schedule and seeing, we're still new, so we're figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And we want multiple times so then we can get multiple viewers and people don't have to wait up to 5 a.m. like they do in the US to watch us. Need your fix. I need some caffeine. Well, this morning I had a leftover coffee, like a cafe coffee, and I put it in the fridge because I wasn't finished it, and I was drinking it this morning and I only had a little bit left, and I was cleaning the kitchen and I said to Exceed, where's my coffee? I can't find my coffee. I've put it somewhere. For about 20 minutes I was looking for this coffee, and Exceed came into the kitchen and he looked around. He's like, I don't know where it is. And then looked in the bin. He's like, you've drunk it already. That's how crazy I am. I need some caffeine. 7:17 in Texas. Well, welcome. Take my hat off to you, sir. C Brown 8:17 in Philly. C Brown, how does this time work for you? Is it better than our usual time? All right, let's see. I had to change my kid's diaper. You didn't miss anything. We just finished making the coffee. So I just add a little bit of milk, no sugar. We'll show you. See, that's a good color coffee. We played your song. Did you miss the Isengard song, Bobo? All right, let's get started on these crackers. We'll put the coffee up here, out of the way. So this ground coffee that we made, just put it in an airtight container and it can last, I'd say, about a week. Or if you're into coffee, then it won't last that long. Mr. Sauce, welcome back. Drink coffee habitually anymore. I save it for dessert ingredients. I just add sugar to mine. Mr. Sauce. All right, let's bring in, hopefully the food processor is gonna work for the actual food processor attachment. It's okay better. All right. We might keep this time, the 10 a.m. time, a little bit. Whoa, noise. No noises. All right, there we go. So we're going to prepare some sesame seed crackers. And where did my blade go? Oh, there it is. It's up there. I took it. Deceive. I'm mowing his hair. Molly's throwing stuff. Hides. You don't need to hide. I'm not throwing stuff. I just kicked the bucket. Oh, that coffee's so good. All right, in here, in our food processor, we are going to add, let me get my recipe up. I have to prepare recipes for you all for our subs when we get them. So I like to make breakfast in my jockeys. It's a little bit cold, Bobo, in here. It's just too cold. I didn't want to get out of bed. I set my alarm for 8 and I didn't get out of bed until at least 8:40 because it's too cold. All right, let's get started. We have 1 cup of almond flour. If I can find my cups because I've washed them all. And everybody that has just joined us, we are making some rosemary and sesame seed crackers to start for a work snack during the week. And then we're going to make our breakfast quesadilla. Then I know everyone's waiting for the fudgy chocolate brownie. How many degrees is it in Australia? It is, let me find my phone. I'm digging the vibes from the stream. Really chill and very interactive. Thank you very much. Guys, we've only been streaming for about a month and a half. So I'm loving that you guys are loving it. Let me tell you what the weather is. It's 8 degrees right now. It doesn't feel like it. It's sunny, but it's 8 degrees. The screen has what you made yesterday. Oh no. Sorry, Exceed will change that. Thank you guys. Thanks C Brown. We've having some issues. Small world, I made carob brownies today. I've never eaten carob. Super, I've never. Well, my mum used to give it to my brother when we were kids because my brother had issues with candida and he couldn't eat chocolate because of the sugar. So she used to give him carob and I just remember that he hated it. So I've never personally eaten it since. Anime Bambi! We are making quesadillas, sesame seed brownies, and some fudge, sesame seed crackers and fudge brownies. So we're starting on the crackers, then we're doing the quesadillas, and leaving the best to last. Then we're doing the brownies, because they're my favourite, and they're so good when they're warm. Marine, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Miss Molly Makes. We're just searching the kitchen. We're going on an adventure because Miss Molly has lost her measuring cups. Golly, Miss Molly. Bobo, yes, Exceed is Mr. Miss Molly. Alright, I don't know, I've lost things in the kitchen. Alright, let's get 1 cup, so I'm using a half a cup now. So we'll do 1 cup in here. Exceed, can I go back to the prep one at all? I'm having issues with the camera. I'm trying new settings. At the start of each show, we're just showing you guys what we did at the previous show. So we're just trying to bring some more tech into the show and make it really interactive so you guys can see what we made last time and get more involved. He must be a plump fella to be married to a brilliant cook. He works out. We both eat quite healthy when we're not on stream. But funny you say that because when we first got together, Exceed likes to eat and I like to cook, which sometimes can be a very, very bad, very bad in conjunction. So we both put on, I was making all this food, he was eating it, and then I was making more. So we both put on about 10 kilos. And then we got into the habit of, no, we have to go to the gym, work out and eat healthy. And then since we've moved to Melbourne, and on stream it's kind of made it a little bit worse because I want to make some delicious food for you guys, but we're getting back into it, eating healthy still, so yeah. You seem a very experienced cook. I have been cooking majority of my life, and I've had the pleasure of having 2 chefs in my life. My brother and my cousin are both chefs, and we used to own a cafe, my parents, and family has always been surrounded by food. Entertaining, birthday parties, things like that. I have both grandmothers are very, very, very good cooks. So I'm very, very appreciative of the lessons that they've taught me, but also I like to experiment, try new things and have some fun. Exceed has been pushing me over the years to get involved with Twitch and do some type of streaming or, you know, cooking show, but I was like, nope. I was a little bit self-conscious, and it's hard putting yourself out there, but I love it, and I love meeting new people from all over the world, and it's really exciting talking to you guys, and everyone's been really lovely. And what I was talking to Exceed about last night is that it's so nice that we haven't really had too many trolls and nasty stuff, and we're building a really lovely community. So it's very nice. I'm very lucky because some people don't have great experiences, especially on live stream. So I just want to thank you all for all your love that you give me. Your personality is awesome for something like this. Oh, thank you. That makes me feel all warm inside. Anime Bambi Moon is going to be a mod when we get a little bit bigger. At the moment, like we were saying, things are going really well with you know, comments and things like that. When we hopefully get a little bit bigger, then we'll get some more mods on board. But Exceed's doing a great job with all the tech and the moderation, so we don't really need a mod at the moment. In here we have half a cup of sesame seeds, 1 cup of almond flour. I have to say almond because you can't really understand my Australian accent when I say almond. And butter. I need to pronounce my words properly. I laugh at myself all the time, so I apologise. Okay, we have some spelt flour here. So we are going to do 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons. And I'll read the one that I lost. Exceed is exceptional, I agree, but consider he burns all of his meat. So that's 1/4 cup, and then we need all this equipment add. See, I lost my coffee this morning, now I'm losing all my equipment. See, that's why we're doing a Sunday slowdown, because we need to slow the stream out because Lauren's lost everything. Okay. 2 tablespoons. And I have to find the lid. Careful, super, a little tip might pop up on the stream about you again. Alright, what else do we have in here? We're going to put some salt. So this is Himalayan rock salt that I've ground. It's all the way from Nepal. I was in Nepal in November. Exceed took me hiking. We went through the Annapurna circuit, and little did I know he was going to ask me a little question at the top of the mountain. And yes, it was one of the most fabulous trips I've ever been on. You ever gonna do a collab with your woman? Maybe burn some steak or something. We have decided, well, much to Exceed's displeasure, he said 10,000 subs, no, I think 100 subs, we will get him on stream. He is happy doing his tech back in the other room. You can hear him tapping away. But he said 100 subs when we get our sub button, hopefully in the next few weeks. May I ask, do you live coastal or inland? We live more inland, so southeast Melbourne. We've just moved here 3 months ago, and we are looking, once our lease is up here, we used to live 15 minutes from the beach. We used to live about 2 or 3 minutes from the beach when we lived in Perth on the other side of Australia. We moved here to be closer to our friends when we moved. Flour. You didn't take Exceed some coffee. He doesn't drink cow's milk, so he's just moved on to soy. But do you want a coffee, Exceed? I have there is awesome seafood. Yeah, we have amazing seafood. We'll have to do some more cooking. On Monday, we are making some barramundi. So that's an Australian fish. We are doing a Miss Molly Makes Around the World. So we do a show where we do specific cuisine on that night. And everyone's been asking for it. So we're doing Australian. So we're going to cook some barramundi because Super, my friend, he's asked for some barramundi. We are making the Australian lamingtons, so a kind of dessert cake that we eat on Australia Day. It's like a sponge cake rolled in chocolate and then with coconut around the sides. And then last but not least, we're making some sausage rolls. So a nice sausage roll, sausage meat wrapped in pastry, and something that, it's very Australian, it's very iconic that we like to eat here. Alright, I used to be addicted to hokey pokey, but thank God I turned myself around because I That's very good, DJ. Speaking of hokey pokey, the brownies that I make, you can load them up with anything that you want. So we are gonna put some walnuts and choc chips and raspberries in the brownie. But last time I made them with hokey pokey or honeycomb and some nuts, some pecan nuts as well. So it's a really good recipe to change up, add some fruits, more chocolate, different types of chocolate, coconut, whatever you want. You're hungry again? All right, we better get cracking on this food. Okay, in here we have 1 cup of almond flour, half a cup of sesame, 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of spelt flour. We have a teaspoon of Himalayan salt. I'm gonna put some garlic in here as well. If you had onion powder, you could use onion powder, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna use garlic because I like garlic. So a teaspoon of garlic powder. We're going to crack some fresh pepper. Bobo will be here when you're back. Takes a bit of time. I take Himalayan salt with me on hikes. When we were in Nepal, I bought these big chunks of salt, and they're great, but I had to hit them with a mallet to break them down because no food processor or blender that I could, they were too hard. So I had to break them down and make them, you know, a smaller size because they're huge and they wouldn't fit in anything. So pepper's in there. We're gonna add some thyme. So half a teaspoon. And then I have fresh rosemary. Fresh is best. I just didn't have any time. I need to spend some time on my herb garden because the weather is killing it. I don't know if it's too cold for my herbies. And I've been so busy with the stream and the like. So it's time that I care about the things that I love most. Moon.
Gotta get that donation bar moving. Time's almost up, smile.
Moon, oh my god, thank you so much. I get so emotional when you guys donate or give me love or bits or anything, and it really means so much to me. So thank you, Moon. Yes, so we have our donation bar that goes towards our groceries. Just something small. For us, it's huge. You know, it's what keeps the stream alive. So thank you, Moon. I'm sending so much love to you, and we've missed you this week. Oh God, so emotional. Okay, let's get some rosemary in here. Probably don't need as much as I'm pulling off, but if you guys saw my Instagram yesterday, as I was talking about, you know, caring about the things that mean most to me, yesterday I had a little bit of a self-care day. For me, it's really important about checking in with yourself when, you know, life is hectic around you, slowing down and, you know, doing something for yourself. You know, maybe it's just having a long shower, washing your hair. For me, I took the dog for a walk, had a really long hot shower, put a face mask on, did a foot mask as well. This weird thing that you put your feet in these boots and it helps moisturize your feet. That was weird, but yeah. So I think it's really important. I wanted to add to you guys that, you know, look after yourselves and check in with yourself. If you're stressed, take some time out away from this crazy busy world, because if you let it, the world is going to suck you dry. So look after yourselves, take some time out, and yeah, give love to yourself, not only to other people. You need to look after yourself first, and then the better you are and the healthier you are, then you can emit the love to everyone else. So that's what I want to do. I've been so busy with work and focusing on the stream, and And I was getting in a bit of a negative headspace about, you know, I wasn't sure if we were doing well enough on the stream and what could I do better. But first and foremost, I need to be positive and focus on where we're going and where we've been. Give Miss Molly views. All the other concerns, yeah. Well, in the last few days, I've learned not to rely on someone else's love. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, you need to love yourself first. All right. Let's get this rosemary. So it says 1 teaspoon of fresh rosemary. I like a little bit more rosemary, to be honest. So we got our big knife. I didn't need another chopping board, it was there, but whatever. I have my blade in here, in my food processor, but I still like to make sure that it is chopped nice and small, because there's nothing worse than biting into a cracker and you've got a mouthful of rosemary. Last but not least, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of oil and 2 eggs. Where is my oil container? Here. I could have sworn Molly's hair was down earlier. It was, and then I had to put it up. It just gets in my way. So 2 tablespoons, was it 3? Let me check. What do I usually do? 3 tablespoons. Oh no, don't do this to me. Oil pourer. It's been leaking everywhere. Is this breakfast also for Mr. Molly? It will be. We made burgers yesterday and he didn't let me bring him any, so he had to eat them half cold because it's better to have them on stream sometimes. Most times I can run him a little bowl of the food we make, but sometimes it's better to have it on screen so you guys can see. Oh, 2 eggs. Wash my fingies. We forgot to preheat the oven, so we better do that now. 180 degrees Celsius. Hey Google, what's 180 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
180 degrees Celsius equals 356 degrees Fahrenheit.
356, I always think it's 340. Okay, 356, we need to remember that. Or we can ask Google every time, whatever. Okay, so we have all our ingredients in here. Almond flour, sesame seeds, rosemary, spelt flour, 2 eggs, olive oil, some salt and some pepper. We're going to blend it up into a dough. Let me see if this... I'm going to put some more spelt in there. So how does Exceed know about Twitch? Does he play video games? Exceed is a big Dota fan, which now I have become a fan of Dota. Not a huge fan, like I like to watch it every now and then. Oh, thanks Moon. He's a big gamer, so we watch Twitch quite a lot. We get up in the morning and we watch, there's certain streamers that we watch. 10, thanks C Brown. Thanks guys. Dota 2, PUBG, bit of Overwatch. I grew up in a family of 2 older brothers and they were always playing video games. And my oldest brother plays World of Warcraft and you know, you'd never see them. So my mum always installed in me that video games weren't, you know, a good thing, because older generations didn't understand video games. So I always thought it was a negative thing. And then when Exceed and I got together, he showed me a different side of video gaming and the community. So when we were in the US in August, we had the opportunity to go to the Dota International up in Seattle. And you know, you see a different side of gaming, the community that it draws, and people just feel included. And it's such a nice feeling when people feel like they're working together for, you know, a single purpose, or they have, you know, they may be totally different to the person next door to them, you know, a business owner versus, you know, a student, but they can come together and chat about, you know, their favorite heroes or the meta or whatever, and it's so nice. I love it. So we are big fans of EG. We bleed blue. Molly is too smart for me. What? Just a game, Moon. But I play a little bit of games myself. Not really on stream. I don't feel as though I'm good enough to play on stream, but I think I'll start playing a little bit of Overwatch. We've been playing some Legos because Exceed thinks that the more that I play video games as well as cook, it helps with my entertaining. I can pay attention to the game as well as chat, and it's kind of like you get to see me in a situation when I'm not too comfortable, and you know, you get to know me more. Dream Green, an OG fan. Well, they're doing really well at the moment. Miss Molly playing is... Miss Molly is fun to watch, yeah. I like to play a little bit of Legos. Gottfried, I appreciate that, thank you, but let's keep the comments. I'm not a Kiwi, I am an Aussie. Alright. So I added a little bit of extra spelt, and it's bringing it together more like a dough. Upping the quality of the gaming stream soon, Moon. The cooking one takes priority though, yeah. So we're gonna go back here and I have some more coffee. Okay, Gottfried, that's alright. Endowment. Okay, because sometimes I apologise for that. I thought you were talking about something else by endowment. Talking about your appliances, they're high quality, it seems, yes. We have a Kenwood food processor with a bajillion attachments. So we have a blender and also a grinder attachment. I didn't want to play game this morning when we were trying to grind some coffee, but it is my favourite. And then somewhere around is Kitty the KitchenAid. I have a stand mixer. Oh, you thought I made... Yes. I apologise. Those will be kept to myself. Sorry, we do get some unscrupulous, unsavoury comments. But not often. That's what I was talking about before. Is we have some nice, very lovely people that do come in and chat, and we don't get any real bad ones. So I apologise for insinuating that. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to Miss Molly Makes. I apologise I didn't welcome you. Alright, this is a silicone mat. This is your best friend if you're making cookies or any baking, anything that you don't like.